What is up, y'all? Stabilizers are a thing that most whitetail hunters run, but it's something that I don't think a lot of people know why they run them, or what they're used for, and if they really need them. So today, we're going to be going over stabilizers, what they do, and if it's better to have your bow with a stabilizer or without a stabilizer. Let's get into it. Alright, the question is, what is a stabilizer? A stabilizer is a component, it's like a weight system almost on your bow that helps you with noise, with balance, helping you hold your bow steadier. Before the shot, helps move the center of gravity for your shot, so your bow will just like be able to sit perfectly, you know. And it has a lot of different ways you can go about it. There's back bars you can put on, different kinds of stabilizers. We have the bridge lock stabilizer here we're going to be using today on my lift. And there's just tons of different ways that you can use stabilizers. So a stabilizer before the shot helps you move the center of gravity, like I said. It can help you just flatten out your shot, keep your bow steady as possible. And after the shot, it can minimize vibration, noise, torque, everything. It helps you make your bow smoother when you're shooting it. And some people like it, some people don't. But it's just one of those things that can be very helpful if you know how to set yours up correctly and use it the way you want to use it. But okay, y'all, so starting off, we're just going to draw this bow back here, and we're going to see how it feels just setting the pins right on the target. See how it feels just drawing back with the stabilizer on. So I got the stabilizer probably 2 months ago, and again, like I said, I've really liked it, but I started without a stabilizer, so drawing back feels pretty good. It stabilizes when I'm drawing back more. I don't get as much torque and wobble back and forth. But if I get into my anchor right here and I drop it right on the center of the target, I'm not wobbling around as much. I'm not floating around as much as I should if I did not have a stabilizer. And again, there's tons of different stabilizers that you can get, but I run the bridge lock stabilizer because that's what I have on my Matthews. It's a little bit more expensive, like range between like I think $199 all the way up to like $200s, $250, somewhere around there. And so a little bit more pricey, but you can get different ones from Archery. I heard those are really good. Tons of different brands you can get stabilizers from, but again, that's the one I'm running. So let's take it off and let's draw back with no stabilizer and see how that feels, see if you guys can notice a difference at all. Okay, y'all, now no stabilizer. As you see, we took the bridge lock off. Just got a little wing nut with the bridge lock that just slides right in the front here. Makes it pretty easy to put on. That's another thing I like about the bridge lock. But yeah, let's draw back here quick. I don't know if you guys noticed there was a little bit more shaky than it was when I had the stabilizer on. But let's lock anchor right here. Yeah, definitely when drawing back and I lock it on to my target, there's a lot more up and down, more of a feel floating, I feel like, than there is horizontal when it comes to the stabilizer. But don't know exactly what that is, but again, I feel like it floats more when I'm actually having the stabilizer and just holding it there. It just feels a lot better having the stabilizer on. But yeah, let's start slinging a few arrows. I don't know if you guys noticed any differences there, but this will be the real test, so let's get into it. Alrighty, y'all, so we're at 30 yards now. Actually, and we're like right in the middle of the garage, so we're probably just going to stay right here and just shoot 5 arrows, both at 30 yards, stabilizer, then no stabilizer, and see what each one's looking like. So yeah, we got the stabilizer off already, so we're just going to keep it off, and I'm just going to sling 5 arrows. So yeah, we're going to go 1 arrow at a time, go pull it back, just so we can get the more accurate look, I feel like. But yeah, get our dial right here at 30. Alright, here we go. No stabilizer, first arrow, middle pin. Okay, so we missed left on that, but when I shot there, that was my first time shooting without a stabilizer actually in a long time. But when I shot there, I noticed when I let go, I shifted to the left there, which is something that has not happened in a while. And again, that would be a result of having a stabilizer on. Instead of shifting to the left, I was shifting forward. So let's go look at that, pull it, come back in here and sling another one. Well, y'all, if that don't tell you what a stabilizer could possibly be a benefit for, I don't know what will, but or maybe I just suck. But I'm gonna pull this and go shoot another one, see if we can clean that up. Alright, y'all, second arrow after that horrible shot. We were good left to right, but well, we were good up and down, but left to right was quite a bad shot. Let's see if we can fix that quick here. But yeah. Arrow troubles, I see. Alrighty, well, that was better than what we just had. The arrow came out wobbly again, so we're gonna have to check that out. But I'm gonna go pull that. We just missed bottom right this time, so a little bit off, but we'll see what we can do with the stabilizer. 3 more shots and we'll be right back at it. Well, that one went a lot better than the previous 2, so we're gonna go pull this real quick. But yeah, that was pretty spot on. Not as good as you can get at 30 yards, but yeah, this is what we're looking at. Perfect right there. I mean, barely an inch off from dead center, so best shot so far. Let's pull and go back. Got 2 more. Dolly. Crazy cat. Now we're starting to heat up, boys. Even better. Even closer, so that's with no stabilizer. We got 1 more. Let's see if we can get her dead center. So, final arrow without the stabilizer, y'all. Well, we might have just done it, boys. Ooh, it's bright. Might have just done it. I think we got dead center. So we just worked our way from crappiest shot you've ever seen without a stabilizer to a little bit better, and now we might be a little bit low to the right. Actually, nope, I take that back. We're about as perfect as you can get, boys. About as perfect as you can get. Look at that. Get close. Right there, dead center. That's beautiful. So that's all with, let's see if I can get this out quick. Yeah, okay. So that is all without a stabilizer. So we're gonna go throw the stabilizer on now. Slowly work our way up. At the end of the video, I'll show you the side by side where we hit for all 5 of the arrows for no stabilizer, and then with a stabilizer. But yeah, that was a pretty good way to end without a stabilizer. So time to throw it on and see if a stabilizer is maybe worth it for y'all. So yeah, go throw a stabilizer on, get after it. What is up, y'all? Just want to take this time to ask y'all to please subscribe, support the channel. Greatly helps us in achieving my dreams and goals to grow this this brand, this channel, share my experiences in the outdoor, and my growing through archery. So subscribe, turn on notifications, and go like all our videos, comment. Let me know what else you guys like to see. So thank y'all. Back to the video. Alright, y'all, we now got the bridge lock stabilizer on, as y'all can see, the bridge lock. So we're going to be slinging a few arrows now. We got 5. We're going to do the same process we did with when we had no stabilizer on. Shoot 5, see where they go. We'll give you an overall review at the end of this. So let's sling them. Already the drawback is way smoother than with the stabilizer, but let's see how we do. Well, that was better than the first shot with the no stabilizer. So. Okay, first shot, y'all. You can see it right there. I'm gonna go pull that. Not a very good first shot, but it was better than when we had no stabilizer. So let's see if we can turn it up like we did earlier. Alrighty, y'all. Shot number 2. Yeah. Get in there. Zoom out. Okay. Alright, y'all. We're getting better. Having better progression than we did with the no stabilizer, but it's about how you expect it, making those transitions. But yeah, not a bad shot at all. I'm expecting these next 3 to go pretty well, but I'll turn you guys around and you can see the shot. Sitting pretty good, so better progressions than we had last time, that's for sure, but pull this guy quick and head back and sling 3 more. Alrighty, y'all, we got 3 more arrows. Already I can tell just with a stabilizer that the draw cycle feels more better. My pins aren't floating as much. They're inconsistent. With the no stabilizer, I was kind of guessing like when I should release, trying to surprise myself, just praying it goes good. And it went decently well, so maybe that's the strategy, but with this I feel like I have more control. I know what I'm doing and kind of leading my shots more. I feel like I got more consistency, which is the biggest thing in archery, is consistency. So yeah, 3 more arrows. We're gonna see how these line up. So here we go. That was okay, worse than the last one. We're gonna go pull that. 2 more. Well, boys, it looks like the no stabilizer is giving the stabilizer run for its money. Just letting them fly in. Right now, the no stabilizer was more accurate than the stabilizer. I mean, look at this. Missed right, which again, I'm not the best archer. Pretty bad, but this cat needs to leave me alone. Alright, y'all. Last arrow here. And honestly, the no stabilizer has been more accurate than our shots with the stabilizer, which honestly it could be me trying to readjust, I don't know, but I'm gonna sling this last arrow and see what the outcome is, but hopefully we can get the best shot all day. So here we go. Well, we're a little bit high, but not necessarily a bad shot. So let's go pull that last arrow and we'll do a little review. Well, final shot, and this is where we ended up. So not necessarily a bad shot, but I'm gonna put an overlay on the screen here in a little bit to compare all of the shots, and we're gonna see what we come out with, see which groups are the closest. So alright, y'all, so you just watched, we slung 5 arrows with a stabilizer, 5 arrows without a stabilizer. So we're gonna head down to the basement, we're gonna analyze it and give a final review on what I think is best and how I feel about both. So downstairs we go. So overall, y'all, I honestly prefer the stabilizer on my bow because it makes me feel more comfortable. Although the shooting today did not represent that, it made me feel better with my draw cycle. Everything felt smoother, I felt more in control. Just an unlucky day for the stabilizer, but overall, you could go with both. I started the year, maybe throw up a clip, started the year with no stabilizer, was shooting okay. No stabilizer, and I feel like it's been better for me personally. But I'll throw up the overlay on the screen. You can see here the 5 shots,
that I missed. Well, the 5 shots that I had with the stabilizer and the 5 shots I had without the stabilizer. So if you look at the groupings, I mean, they're about evenly if you really put it all together from how far away everything was from the center, in my opinion. But again, it's a personal preference thing. I have a bridge lock stabilizer, but there's plenty of different ones you guys can find on the internet. So many different stabilizers. There's Ultra V ones, like I said, bridge lock Matthews ones that I have. I think Quattro's a brand. Bunch of different ones that you guys can try. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, y'all. Make sure to subscribe, turn notifications, like, comment what videos we should do in the future. And thanks for watching. See y'all next one.